All right, time to crank up the volume on this episode's deep dive. And let me tell you, we've got a stack of seriously cool stuff to unpack today, all about the roots of psychedelic rock.
Sounds like a trip. I'm ready.
You know, it's more than just the music, right? We're talking about a whole cultural wave, like what was going on that made this music hit the scene and just explode.
Totally. And lucky for us, we've got some good sources to dig into. This masterclass article, for example, jumps right in, saying psychedelic rock was basically born out of the whole hippie counterculture scene in San Francisco back in the late 60s.
Late 60s San Francisco. Okay, paints a pretty vivid picture already, doesn't it? But like, what made San Francisco so special? Why there? Why then?
It really was a moment in time, wasn't it? San Francisco back then was like a magnet for artists, writers, musicians, you name it. The creative energy was already buzzing. But then you throw in this whole counterculture movement, people questioning everything, pushing boundaries. It was a recipe for something big to happen.
And then boom, psychedelic rock arrives.
Exactly. It was more than just music. It was like this sonic embodiment of all that change and upheaval. And don't forget, this was during some pretty intense times, right? Vietnam War protests, the Civil Rights Movement, the Summer of Love. People were searching for something different, a new way of seeing the world, and psychedelic rock offered that escape.
So it's like the music couldn't exist without that energy, that context.
Exactly. And that's probably a big part of why it resonated with so many people. It wasn't just about the music itself, but also about what it represented. Freedom, experimentation, challenging the status quo.
It's fascinating how music can do that, capture a whole movement.
Absolutely. Imagine yourself plopped right down in Haight-Ashbury in like 1967, tie-dye everywhere, people experimenting with new ideas, and then you hear that music. The swirling guitars, the mind-bending lyrics, it's like stepping into another dimension.
Whoa! Talk about an immersive experience. No wonder it spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
It wasn't just contained to San Francisco. This sound went global.
It's true. And thinking about those cultural forces we talked about, that desire for change, for something new.